Hello and welcome back to my lessons, and in this lesson you will learn how to understand about the big pictures. This lesson is one of the most important lessons in this course, so let's get started. The first one, you will learn how to understand the big pictures. We have two things. The first one, using supply, demand with the market structures to define the trend of the market. And the second one, I will teach you how to understand the power of supply and demand. And the last one is an example to you to understand about all of the theory above. And the first one, using supply, demand, and the market structure to define the trends. Normally, we have two types of trend, two main types. First one is the uptrend, and the second one is the downtrend, where the structures of the uptrend is higher high and higher low. For the downtrend, it's lower high and lower low. You need to remember this thing first. And on the markets, you need to define the recent strongest demand zone creates the highest high for the uptrend. These things you also call like the key levels of the up movement. If the price can break the key levels, it means that now the strongest demand zone already break. It means that the strongest buyer pressures it already fails and the seller is stronger than the buyer. Therefore, the movement will change from the uptrend to the down movement. And on the same with the down movement, on the downtrend, you also need to define the recent strongest supply zone creates the lowest low. And for example, for this case, price have a structure like lower low and lower high. And here is the recent strongest supply zone create the lowest low. Therefore, here is the key levels of the downtrend. And therefore, when price can break this key level, it means that now downtrend already changed from the down to the up movement. This thing is very important. You need to understand and apply it into trading. And we have the last type of the market is sideways. We have the high and low is the same levels together. And at this types, you can define the support or the demand below and the supply above of the market. And therefore, for this type, you can entry when the price come to the demand or the supply. In the case, the Y range. And you also can wait price break the supply and demand to entry into the market, like the trading with the range in the price pattern in the last lessons. And next one, about the power of supply and demand. Power of supply and demand when you're using the multiple time frame is very important because you need to understand the power of X zone in every time frames. And for this case, if the markets come from the demand zone of the 4-hour chart, it means that at this time, supply zone in the 50 minutes time frame cannot hold these powers, and you only need to wait price come into the supply zone of 1 hour. It means that the demand zone and supply zone need to have the gap is a 1 levels of the time frame. For example, demand zone come from the 4 hours can give you the strong pressure and just stop when price come to the first one is supply zone of 1 hour, and the second one might be the supply zone of 4 hours cannot stop at the supply zone of the 15 minutes time frame because 15 minutes time frame and 4 hours is a very, very big difference. And the powers from the demand zone of the 4 hours is more and more stronger than 15 minutes time frame. So when you can see the pullback from the market, you also need to define why is the price pullback. Price come to the weak demand zone on weak time frames to define where it can be stopped. That's very important to understand why price can go up again or the price to break the demand or supply zone. And the next one is an example on the USD ZBY on 1 hour time frame. You can see from the left side to the right side, we have the market structure like the higher high and the higher low. Therefore, at this time, you can define the last demand zone of the market. And here is the recent strongest demand zone, and you also call like the key levels. And when price breaks the key level, you can see that price go very strongly because here is the last blade the buyer join into the market. When a push price go higher, but this one you already break. It means that now the selling pressure is stronger than buying pressure. Therefore, the market changed from the up movement to down movement, and then price already come and retest again this demand zone and go down very strongly. This is very important to define the trend in the market. Not use the trend line or the indicator like this. Using the supply demand with market structures, you can understand the big pictures and understand about the behind the market, everything. And the next example is one on the AUD USD on the 4 hours time frame. From the left side to the right side, you also see that the market creates a structure lower low and lower high. For this case is a down movement, and you also define here is the lowest lows of the market. Therefore, you can define here is the recent strongest supply zone of this down movement, or you also call like key levels. And when price breaks the key levels, price change powers from the selling pressure to high pressure very strongly, and price already come and retest gains. But buying pressure is very strong, therefore price just go very near to this supply zone, cannot go exactly. Also can see that at this level price go to the strong supply zone, but at this level buying pressure is not enough to push price go up again. Therefore, at this level, price already have a small pullback into the very near demand zone at that time and get more of the buyer and go up very strongly. And therefore, here is one of the trading strategy I will teach you in the next lesson. But in this lesson, you need to remember when price break the key levels, price will change the direction of the market. And the next one is on the pound USD on 50 minutes time frame. And at this time, you can define the market is ranging, and you can define on the below is a demand zone, on the above is a supply zone, and when for this case you can entry when price come into the supply zone and take profits above of the demand zone, or you can wait price break and retest again and entry into market like the price patterns. This structure is quite easy to entry into the market, and totally from the big pictures you can do step by step in the analyze multiple time frame. The first one, you can open the biggest time frames. For this case is 4 hours time frame to see the market structures, price patterns, and supply demand, and define where is the key levels to define the direction of this time on the higher time frame. And you will jump into the smaller time frame or trading time frame, also do the same action, but at this time you need to define the direction of the market. In this one, maybe the uptrend, but in this one, now is a pullback or the uptrend. I mean the main trend or the pullback trend. And direction already defined, now is positions. Positions mean that you need to define the take profits on this time frame. Of course, you can define the take profits on the highest time frame, but you need to define on this time frame first. And the last one, you open the entry time frames and also do the same things, market structures, price patterns, supply demand or key levels to define where is the entry stop loss and some of the risky zone of the markets to quick exits when everything is not light or forecast. That is a very important thing. And also all of my lesson today. Thank you very much and see you in the next lesson.